Rural Americans deserve access to the best of what our nation has to offer, especially health care. Across every state and every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families healthy. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi. Okay, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Let us turn our attention to Minnesota. We have two cuts for you, cut 7, cut 8. I may have to translate what's going on here. Let's listen to cut 7. Matt, when you are ready.
We have suffering sons starting for ice. We want to, whoever bring over here, we want to be. Only that's what I'm saying. And I'm asking our government and our state. We are taxpayer. We need to pay back whatever they committed ice. Thank you very much.
Did you understand that? I don't know. Okay, let's try cut 8. Just go ahead.
Lead programs fits into our criteria of small business owners, not those who make $200,000 and above. We don't make that much amount, and we have been suffering since the crisis of ice. We also demand an immediate help to evictions so families are not pushed to homelessness during the crisis. Our community deserves accountability. Our community deserves safety. We need also justice for those who lost their lives defending the community.
Okay, those are two Somali spokespeople. You might have heard one demanding. We're demanding that you don't evict people because they can't pay their rent because of the ICE raids. The first woman was also demanding all sorts of things, reparations for people. In fact, she wanted, I believe I read, because I didn't understand all of it the multiple times that I listened to it, I think what they're asking for is $200,000 in cash for people that have been affected adversely in Minnesota. They want to see, as you heard, accountability for the people that tried to interfere with the ICE operations there and lost their lives. They are at fault, apparently, according to the spokespeople here. And they want all sorts of financial remuneration because their economy. Remember that 70% of this particular community is on public assistance from you, the taxpayer, already. But they are demanding more because law enforcement was in the area. Demanding, yes. Meanwhile, there is other news out of Mississippi, yet another scandal, another fraud scandal, cut 27. Matt, please take a listen at this, ladies and gentlemen.
State system is finding a growing problem at colleges and universities.
Ghost students are enrolling using stolen identities, and they're racking up thousands in fake student loans.
Callan Gray joins us to explain how state lawmakers are planning to stop it. Callan.
The Minnesota state system tells us even in just the last few months, these types of attacks have changed, telling us fraudsters in the fall were targeting two-year institutions. Now they're looking at all colleges and universities. Stopping global attackers.
These fraudsters are very well organized and are well financed.
Hitting Minnesota state colleges and universities.
Stealing money that was intended for real students in need of financial aid.
The focus of state lawmakers.
What needs to be changed internally to prevent it from happening in the future, in your mind?
I believe we are making very good progress.
Craig Munson, Chief Information Security Officer for the system, answering questions about this new report put together by a working group convened under a 2025 state law requiring policies to be developed to prevent fraudulent enrollment. It outlines the rising threat and includes recommendations such as adopting an enrollment fraud user guide just rolled out across the system, enhanced training, and a state investment in automated identity proofing.
An automated identity proof is kind of that gold standard.
Speaking to us after, Munson says an automated identity proofing system would cost up to $1.5 million a year, but would save on the time and labor required to check identities manually.
The faster we can move, the better we are equipped to stop it before it can blossom into something bigger.
If the legislature approves this funding, how quickly could it be implemented?
It would take months. There are several on the market.
Okay, we have enough of that. Look, folks, here's the deal. With all these billions of dollars of fraud, they're speaking about the lack of a system to actually check for fraud. What has happened in Minnesota is astounding. And now you have residents of a community in Minnesota demanding that they get money, reparations, because ICE came in and enforced the law. And every day, another aspect of the Minnesota government, under Tim Rawls, under these Democrat socialists who run that state, every single week, we get a report of another scam that has cost taxpayers millions. We're up into billions now. It's astounding.
The James Golden Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Rural Americans deserve access to the best of what our nation has to offer, especially healthcare. Across every state and every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families healthy. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.